Hi, everybody. Welcome back to tonight's episode of Longfall. It is now part two, and we are now going out to do stuff. I know words.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Hmm.
So, we see you all boarding the ship. Galahad's ship is called the how bad do I want to make this? The Dandy Gentleman or something like that.
Hashtag stay dandy.
Stay Dandy. No, that's the name. Stay Dandy is the name of the ship. He's wearing his he's like actually like dressed like a pirate, or not like a pilot, like he's about to go on a very long expedition. He's like, so it's pretty hard to find ships out. It's pretty hard to find ships out there. It's gonna take a while. We're not talking a few hours. We're talking a couple days, several weeks, if we find them at all.
Oh,
That can be a problem.
Did you bring enough supplies for all of us?
Yeah, don't
Then
worry.
there's no problem.
I'm ready.
I get on the boat.
You gonna be all right, lad?
one second.
Down at Zajay.
I like slither like till I find the nearest like public phone,
Yeah.
and I call the precinct and tell them to deliver a message to my parents.
Mhm.
Tell them I'm gonna be gone for potentially a couple of weeks.
That's not unheard of. People go on boats, right?
Well, I just need to tell them that, because if I don't
Yeah.
show up for a couple weeks, they're gonna think I'm dead. Because that's how our world works.
I also I really like the image of just like a snake man trying to get onto a boat.
Yeah. The
Like
boat
slithering
is
up a
not,
gangplank.
the boat is not huge. I think that immediately stands out to Azelka. This is very small by ship standards. Most of the mass is below deck. You get the impression that is because the ship needs to be like the ship is not designed to hold a bunch of people for an extended period of time. Like, this is definitely its max crew capacity. Not like the number that is required. This is its max at
No, I gotcha.
6. And you know that if you run into storms, there's going to be some problems. There might be some risk associated there.
Here's a question.
Yes.
What does everyone have in terms of weaponry?
Chris, if you didn't
I
already
still
know.
have my sword.
Fists.
Common
Oh,
sense
wow.
common sense and reasonable discourse here.
You really don't even have a short sword?
He
No.
doesn't need it.
What? I just...
He doesn't need it.
I also have my Aether magic.
It's actually true.
Offensively.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you guys get on the boat, and the steering fins unfurl out of the front of the ship. You launch off into the sky. Zelka, how are you feeling right now? Because you're
Not good. I'm below decks.
below decks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to help Zelka out as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to not look outside, and I'll be all right. I just need to stay down here, and maybe I'll help you cook in the kitchen, and just make sure that the whole place is
do you want some
neat.
company,
I just
or do you want some company or anything throughout all of this? Or would you just prefer to be...
sure. It's conversation will keep my mind off things.
And Yuki Tonto is above deck. Almost immediately, he started doing a bunch of deck work just to stay busy. And so there's a shirtless Yuki Tonto getting a tan while he's coiling rope or whatever.
At 5 a.m.
At 5 a.m. and just looking hot.
before the sun rises.
No,
Yeah.
the sun is. You're in the sky. The sun has risen.
Okay.
You're up at such a high elevation. Dawn comes really early.
Mhm.
So, yeah, and I think you guys are just flying off into the purplish rose-colored dawn.
Mhm.
So we're gonna do travel a little bit. Who here is feeling lucky?
I'm feeling lucky.
Prove it.
I need you all to roll. I need you to roll 1d100. Lower is better.
Let's roll the bones. 3.
Aha! That's the lowest. Well, not the lowest.
That's
but
pretty low.
it's pretty low.
Out of 100?
No problems at all for the first day.
Crazy.
and
You ain't gotta get a better
that holds for the next 4 days. Who is actively like looking for people? Like who's like trying to find people? Because Galahad's navigating. Izelka's below deck. Nayli's below deck for the most
I would
part.
say that I would be because I have tracker skills, but I did just roll.
I'm going to say that Zajay is, because tracking is a lot different. Tracking across an environment is a lot different than the sky, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll be
tracking is not
like
tracking people,
lookout.
not like a
Yeah.
vessel. Yeah, so you're on lookout. Would you like to roll perception for me?
Yes,
As high as you can go is good.
I would assume so.
Also fairly certain I'm the only person in this party that has a point in perception.
No,
No.
I have a point in perception now.
Zajay is
Okay.
actually very high up in perception.
That's good.
I will put 1 legend point into
Cool.
finding things. Where'd my thing go? There you are. 1 advantage. 19. That's pretty good.
Pretty good indeed.
Yeah. You are not necessarily able to find them right away. Hold on. I'm gonna just get everybody. Come here. Can't select everybody. Can everybody just move themselves onto that thing?
What thing?
What
The compass rose. Just so we know you're not in the city anymore.
Oh,
Swoosh. I want to be the north.
So it has been 4 days. It has been
Also,
4
there's spring
days.
coming, so I'm gonna mute for a second.
Okay. Who would like to roll this time? Because you
I
guys
assume I
have
can't
not.
roll again.
You guys have not found them yet.
I assume I can't roll a second time.
You can if you want to, but you're
If no
rolling.
one else
You're
wants-
rolling for like random stuff.
Yeah. Ooh,
Ooh.
83, huh?
Yeah. On the fifth day, you guys see dark clouds on the horizon. You guys
And
know
a train.
you're coming into. You know you're coming into spring. You can hear the winds coming out of the south, moaning softly. Galahad takes off his hat so it doesn't get blown away. And he looks over to Azelka. Are you on deck at this point?
No.
He looks over to Zajay. He's like, "Oh, Zajay, my boy,
yeah.
you best head below deck.
Oh,
Get the lassies back up here. We're about to have to sail into a hurricane."
wait. You want me to go below, but have them come up here?
Bring them up here. We need to batten everything down.
Oh, okay. And he hurries and slows and down to where they are. We're about to go into a storm. We need help up there.
Okay. I know what to do.
You sure you'll be
You
okay?
can do this. I have to be.
I'm sorry. But yeah, storm, so
Yeah. So
It's also
uh,
been 5 days.
it's also been 5 days, and you've been below deck the entire time. So this is maybe the first time you've seen the sun. Yeah, you come up and it's beautiful, except for these dark blackish red clouds off on the horizon to the south.
Not looking there.
Not looking there.
I am looking very carefully only at the boat.
Mhm.
Izilka has experiences battening down a boat, getting it ready for a storm. And
Mhm.
she finds the nearest thing that's not tied down and fixes it. And then
Okay.
she only looks as far as the next thing that's not tied down and fixes it. She does not look at the horizon.
Yeah, I think you hear Galahad in like above you almost, in like the mesh like covering over the top of the boat, and he's like pulling like a tarp over it so he can keep trying to sail. I need everybody to make. Let's see, what would be an appropriate stat here to have you all roll?
are we doing for like just securing stuff, or
I'm gonna say for securing stuff.
Fortitude, maybe?
That's gonna be what you rolled for not getting hurt during the storm if you guys don't do a good job.
Um,
agility to tie well?
agility.
I'm gonna say agility, or if Izelka wants to use, Izelka, you can probably use protection if you really want to.
Sweet, I have a 5 in agility.
I was
So
gonna
does
just
mine.
take, I was just gonna take the 14
11.
from Jack of all trades, but if I
You can take the 14 from Jack of all trades.
But if I can do protection, I can most likely get a
Whoa!
much higher number.
I tie everything.
No, what? No, I'm just gonna take the 14 from Jack of all trades.
Oh, your D20 exploded. You got a 38.
Yeah, that was really good.
I tie everything.
Because Izilka is not. She's gonna do really well at what she does, but she's not willing to risk looking down.
Mm-hmm.
So there are things she might miss. So
You're gonna take the 14.
I want to use my Jack of all trades to succeed a challenge rating of 10 or less than 14.
So in total, we have an 11, a 24, a 14, and a 40.
Let's see how bad this storm is. The 20 exclamation point.
15.
15. So yeah, the storm is on you quickly. Not Zelka, you're still probably above deck when you feel the like kiss of the first wave of rain start to hit you, and the wind starts to pick up, and you hear the like wail of wind curving around the hull of the ship. What do you all do? Zajay, you've gotten everything taken care of really well. You're secure. Your area is secure.
Where am I?
I think you're helping Galahad aloft when the wind hits.
So I'm sort of near the helm.
You're near the helm. You're like above. There's like a canopy, and you're helping Galahad try to hang that.
Right.
So that he can stay on deck, and he's like at everybody like lash lifelines to themselves.
I want to help Izilka get below deck when the storm starts.
Yeah, you can totally do that. I'm gonna need Zelka. Can you roll your agility with advantage? And understand, if you go immediately below deck and stuff happens to people above deck, you're not going to be able to protect them. And I think Zelka knows that.
Zelka does know that, and I don't think she's gonna rush below deck. She's actually kind of happy to be out in the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she actually enjoys riding the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Which is sort of a contradiction to her fear of heights, but like that sort of
roller coaster exhilaration
It's fun.
is kind of fun. So I think what happens is when Lyle comes closer to try to usher her below decks, like there's a crack of lightning in the background as she lets out a like semi-hysterical laugh.
I've missed this. I've missed being in the storm.
Yeah, this is like where your people were born, right?
Yeah.
There's something primal about being up in the air during a hurricane.
And she's afraid of the fall, but in the moment of like feeling the electrical charge in the air and like the splatters of rain on her feathers, she's actually really like exhilarated to be up there.
All right. In
so
that
that's right when the first like big gust hits, and I'm gonna need specifically Lyle and Izelka to roll fortitude because you guys didn't beat the storm with your lifelines.
I have a fortitude.
May I roll protection for, on this and possibly for both of us?
Yeah, if you'd like to multi-target.
Yeah, what do I have to do to multi-target?
You take disadvantage equal to the number of targets.
So
So I have disadvantage of 2?
Yep.
Okay.
I thought it was the number of additional targets.
Number of additional targets. So disadvantage.
So I have disadvantage of 1.
Yes.
Does this count as a defend action?
You're defending from the storm. Yes.
I have a fortitude of 3, so.
Okay, so in that case, I get advantage 2 automatically for my.
Cancels to 1.
So
Okay.
advantage 1. Okay.
Neat.
I will also. I'm gonna also spend a legend point on this. I want to be a badass, so I'm back up to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
18.
You
That
beat a
could have been
15.
better.
You beat a 15, but it's all you need. The storm wasn't that bad. If I would have gotten into the 90s, it would have been much worse.
That would have been terrible.
Um,
So what happens is Lyle comes to usher her below deck, and she's ecstatic to be up here. But like the first wave hits, and she kind of flares out with this as her magic displays like kind of a white fire that like roots them both her and Lyle to the deck. So they're like you feel yourself tilting over, but you can feel you're not going anywhere. Like you could fall over, but you would still be sticking.
and if
I guess what I do instead is I just make sure both our lifelines are secure,
and
then I
And you
go help
see-
Galahad with something.
yeah, you help Galahad, and you look up and you see Zelka. You look up and you see like Yuki is hanging like on the rigging, like looking out into the storm as like wind pelts his face, and he's got his like lifeline tied around him. It looks weirdly reminiscent of one of someone else that you once knew that was on these kind of boats.
Long John Silver.
You're immediately reminded. You have like this flash memory of your dad posing just like that.
Nice.
As like a hurricane rolls in over the decks. Okay. So yeah, you guys clear the storm, no problem. I need someone else to roll. Zajay, do you want to take it?
Okay. What are rolling?
1d100.
15.
15.
That's a good one.
15. The weather holds for 3 days this time, and it's after the hurricane. You're good. So on the 8th day, you gotta make another check. Would someone like to roll perception for me?
I will volunteer this time if no one else wants to.
Sure.
Please do.
Okay, so I forget on if there's like helping in these rules.
Oh
You
yeah.
can help.
Does helping just
help.
give advantage?
Yeah, helping gives advantage.
Okay. Sure.
Would everyone like to help?
Does that give multiple advantages?
Yes.
Does he have to roll anything to give me advantage, or?
No, he does not.
I think
As long as he has a rank in the skill.
I think after the storm, Izilka is more comfortable on deck.
Mm-hmm.
and she'll make occasional forays to keep her eyes like on the high horizon.
Mm-hmm. You can't see the aether below. You're not looking down at the aether below you.
Exactly.
Makes sense. We're looking for another boat.
Yeah, and Yuki Tonto is also helping you. So take 3, unless Nelly is helping, and then take 4. Take 4
Good.
advantage.
You got this.
All right. Perception advantage 4.
You do this.
I have advantage. 24.
Nice.
That means I rolled a 9 and the highest advantage score was a 15.
Mm-hmm.
Coolio.
You see you start to see. I think I don't know if you recognize something as weird, and then I think Izelka and Galahad are the ones who point out exactly what it is. You see like contours
Mm-hmm.
of like ships moving through the clouds, and you're able to start like tracking those, even though the ships are outside of visual scan. Like you can't distinguish them against the horizon, but you can definitely follow their paths. So
We picked up on the chemtrails. They're real, guys.
all right, I'm gonna need one more D100 roll, please.
Let's see who
Liz,
has-
take it.
Yeah.
Is
25.
25.
Pretty good.
5. Weather
But
holds.
still, like, yeah.
Weather holds for another 3 days. It's the 11th. I'm gonna need one more perception roll from either Nelly or Izelka.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Are other people helping?
And this
Heck
is-
yeah.
All right.
Roll that advantage 4.
Advantage 4.
Nice.
20. Crushed it.
Yeah. On the you see it after 3 days of searching and following these chemtrails, and clearly being on the trail, just not being fast enough to catch them. You see the glint of copper and brass on the horizon. You definitely see a ship, and you guys can make your approach. It's early. It's getting close to evening time.
Perfect.
That works.
We're
That sounds
Is
good.
there like a particular like flag to fly or flare or something that would
Mm-hmm.
be like
Yep.
a
Depends on what you're
"We're
doing.
friendly, we're coming?
Are you like hailing to board?
No, we're not. What? We're not going to open hailing frequencies.
Like we need to talk, kind of.
Yeah,
Like,
like the flag for parlay.
We're going
like-
in there to
like-
rescue a hostage.
The flag for like
Hey guys, what's that?
we've been on
Exactly.
the sky for a while and want to talk to other people besides the people on our boat.
Yeah. New boat.
there a
yeah,
water
yeah.
world
For
flag?
dinner and drinks.
Is there a flag
Yeah,
that says new boat who dis?
Yeah, it's it's not like a flag. It's it's like an aether light,
Mm,
but it's like a specific pattern. It's kind of like Morse code, but it's
a light
different.
signal.
Yeah, it's a light signal, and you start
Do we
like
have
flash.
Like an
one of
aether
the-
thing we just keep
light,
like turn.
light boxes?
Yeah, like you and Galad is like flashing it, and actually Izelka's probably doing it because I think Izelka knows it. So Izelka starts like flashing, and then a while you get the respond to like it's basically like approach slowly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's like it's
Approach slowly so we can blow you out of the sky.
No, Azuka will flash back the appropriate, of course, bro.
Yeah. Except it's like in Aetherkin, so it's way more poetic, and so it's like indubitably, my good sir. But it's like it sounds like, of course, bro.
No. I feel like the Azukin, they have like the surfer bro, dude bro language.
Mhm. So yeah, after about like 3 hours of slow sailing, you get to where you can see onto deck. I think Galad offers Zajay his spyglass because Galad is kind of like taking a shine to you a little bit, and it's kind of like showing you how to be a sailor.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's like, can you see the deck of the ship?
Yeah. He, like, slows back and leans back on his tail and, like,
Yeah.
tries to get, like, an angle.
It's a big ass boat.
Are there nude people on this one, too?
There are not nude people on this.
There are
boat.
no nude people. Okay.
It's approximately like hard. It's maybe like 200 feet long. It's a big boat. Like this is one of the big like whaling vessels. And you can see people milling about on the deck. You very clearly see like 4 like aether whale harpoons. 2 at the front and 2 near the base, the back of the ship. The ones on the port side are like cautiously like in your direction, but they're not like pointed at you aggressively. And you can see aetherkin of various sizes. Not all of them are biologically aetherkin. Some of them are like adopted children of the aetherkin. You see a couple nagas and maybe 1 human. Watching cautiously as you all approach.
Oh, I get it. These guys are humanist. Fucking only 1 human. Come on.
Humans don't get
Humans are people too.
Humans don't get exiled as much. So yeah, you also you're very aware that your boat is significantly smaller than theirs. Yours is like a 30-foot boat.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Theirs is maybe 10 times your size, if not more.
It's a schooner.
How long would you say we have before we dock with them? Because I know
you have as much time as you need to have a conversation.
Yeah, Lyle wants to talk game plan.
Yeah. Feel free to make your game plan.
So, do we like meet
Do I
below deck?
recognize anyone on this on that boat if I took a spy class?
Not immediately, no. Maybe some faces look familiar, but you don't recognize names.
It's like,
It's been a long time.
Is that
Nice.
Janet from high school?
No, is that Jimmy from elementary school?
That's more like what it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys meet below deck with Yuki. He's there with you. He's like, so what's the plan?
Well, according to what were those? What were those? The 2 Ithacan names again?
You didn't get the woman's name, but the man's name was Pripyat.
Pripyat. According to the 2 that we talked to on the drop pod, they said that Elin had come with Kinkuda because like I looked like to quote exactly like she's his girl, and so it sounds like she came willingly, so I'd assume we could just go talk to her.
That's what I was thinking.
Considering who she is, that wouldn't surprise me.
These are my people. Let me speak to them. I have news. And
Iselka,
your business.
Your business comes after our business this time.
No, Niall, you're wrong. If you try to bring up your business before this is dealt with, it's only gonna blow up in your face. I'm very sure of it. You need to trust me on this.
I don't.
I've been in
Iselka.
this business longer, and I know my family.
Iselka, are you sure your emotions are not clouding your judgment here?
Well,
Wait. Stay on the boat with me. We can let the other 3 go on board. We'll go down as soon as they've confirmed that this is even the right ship.
I'd be better for that job as well.
you said that this is your brother, right? That'll probably be good to talk to him then. It'll probably leave us in a better starting position.
And on the off chance it's not.
Are you and your brother on good terms?
Last time I checked, yes, I think so. And even if it's not him, I'm more likely to be able to know the right questions to ask, find out how to find him.
Alright. This is you two's case.
I think if you're okay, then to go, I think it'd be a good idea.
I don't know. This whole thing doesn't sit right to me. Seems like we're walking face first into a hostile situation.
Why would it be hostile?
Because
Bad luck,
what if
mostly.
our target doesn't want to leave? It doesn't change what our objective is.
So then our goal would be to kidnap her. That seems.
Our goal was to confirm her safety.
No,
she's never
our
gonna be-
goal was to bring her back.
Well, once we tell that everyone in the city's worried about her, I'm sure she'll want to go and tell him she's okay.
You don't read the paper much, do you, Zajay?
Well, why wouldn't she want to tell her parents she's okay? I tell my parents I'm okay every night. Well,
Her dad.
not out here, because I
Damn.
can't talk to them.
Look,
Who said that, by the way?
Yuki. Her dad knows. She knows him personally.
I thought that's true. You really shouldn't be saying that out loud. Yuki.
Fine.
That is completely agreeing with him.
Fine. We'll try it your guys' way. But if things go bad, I am not giving up our mission. So I will offer you one piece of advice. If shit hits the fan, stay out of my way.
I swear to God.
Can I say something? Can I offer some advice, Lyle?
Like, whatever you say.
Yes, Zajay.
If we're talking to someone and they're answering our questions and being nice, maybe we don't slam a door into their neck this time.
I'll let you do the talking.
Okay.
I'm just here for our target.
My dog's being fussy. Hold on a second, guys. Rebel, fuck off.
Well,
I want out. I want in. I want attention. I don't want attention.
and on that bombshell,
To the boat.
To the boat.
To the boat.
Yeah. So I think you arrive on Yuki Tonto gets off first and has his like hands like raised, clearly displaying that he has no weapons. I'm gonna move you guys over the map. Boom. There's the boat.
Yeah. Can you shift ping to bring us there? Aha.
the boat.
Yeah, it's a fairly big section of sky because reasons.
Makes
I
sense.
assume that's,
Sky's
our
big.
boat in the bottom right.
Yeah, that is your boat. You guys have pulled up alongside onto like on top of the forecastle.
Sure.
Coolio. Should we? Boo 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 boo.
So yeah, you guys can go ahead and bring your I actually have to do that, don't I? Fuck. Just one second. I will bring your tokens over. So please just put them where would make sense to you all. Blue are NPCs. I didn't see what that said. Return me the sketch, damn it. Like, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we found the boat. That's about it. And so you guys arrive on deck.
Aha, people. Things.
Yeah. Immediately you were approached by a this particular Aetherkin. He like gets off the cannon as you guys approach, or the harpoon gun, and approaches, and he kind of looks vaguely like a raven. He's got like imagine like what a kinku looks like. And he looks at you both, and he kind of like cocks his head, and he's like, he like stops and lingers on his Zelka for a second, and he looks down at your Dao, and then looks down at his nearly identical sword. It's like,
Do you have a cool Aetherkin greeting to give him?
Greetings, there, cousin.
Kinsman, you're doing.
It's been a long time since I've kissed this guy.
Mother always welcomes you home. Are you here for conversation or for something else?
Oh. It's been a tragedy in my family, and I'm looking for my siblings.
He looks. Are your like legs clearly visible? Like your legs and your tail.
I think so. At least her tail is definitely.
He looks down at your like cat tail. It is like swishes. It's like, what's your name?
Zilka.
Are you Belsay's daughter?
I am.
I need your father. We grew up on the same boat.
Then we're truly cousins indeed.
Come on. I'll take you to your brother.
Thank you.
And he leads you down the deck. And you guys can kind of get an impression of how many people are here now. What's everybody kind of like just move to follow this gentleman here. Let's give him an actual name. Say he is Daz.
Daz?
Daz. D-A-Z.
Sounds like a good Aetherkin name.
Yeah, Daz. Daz leads you guys down. And Yuki follows. Not
He's
far
got
behind.
his brother is named Vidania.
So, for 1 second. Yeah, just move yourself where you guys want to go.
Are we just sort of given
Following us.
freedom?
He's leading you to this this grate, and he like opens it up and ushers you all down.
Oh yeah.
Follow.
Follow Azelka.
Good old below deck. Nothing bad ever happens down there.
Nope.
Yeah, you.
Not at all.
So you guys end up below deck. Hold on,
Coolio.
let me move you all over.
Oh my gosh, below deck.
Wow.
Wow.
That's one of the reasons I actually really liked this. Well,
What the hell is that thing?
Fuck. I gotta grab Yuki.
Oh, is that an engine?
Oh yeah, we're.
The hell is-
I don't know if it's an engine. It just looks like a nice area rug.
No, the thing in front of us.
Oh, the thing in front of us might be the engine. Also, it looks like there's a pipe organ at the front of the ship.
Oh, cool. They like music.
Yeah.
I think that's like a fire. I'd been treating that like a fire pit.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, he like stands over here and he like motions for you guys to go into this room.
All right.
Yep.
Izelka,
We'll go into the room.
as you approach, you start to hear the like plinking of like a mandolin, and you hear it's, you swear you've heard this song before somewhere, and you do not remember where, but it sounds painfully familiar.
I have a question.
Yes.
I would like to, first of
So-
all,
Yes.
I want to sort of perceive to see if we're walking into a trap.
Sure. Roll perception.
And I would also want to use my scent perk to know the relative locations of any living creatures within 60 feet.
I mean, yes, sure. You know what's on the map within 60 feet.
Okay, here comes my
because-
perception.
You can smell real good.
You know, if we're walking into this room and I hear people drawing swords or some shit.
Okay, guys, hit them right when they walk in the room, okay?
Exactly. Look, I wouldn't put it past them. They got us below. They got us right where they want us, right here. If they're here to execute us. 18. How's that do you for?
Yeah. You're fine for the most part, and you can perceive. I'm gonna give you a. Hold on. I'm just gonna give you an aura of 60 feet, just so I know.
Works.
60?
Sweet.
Oh yeah, you can perceive. There is something weird here that you notice. Something in this area doesn't smell right.
Like it's not a smell I recognize, or is it a smell I recognize but slightly off?
Both.
Which area?
I'm pinging.
Yeah, the area we're in, or the area ahead of us.
It's the one to the right. Something smells off.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing your ping.
Yeah, I'm not seeing your ping either. Are you on the GM layer, maybe?
I am on the GM layer.
Ah, that's why.
Fault. I forgot you can't ping the GM layer.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's weird. Okay, so something.
Something in this area smells real weird.
Yeah, I vocalized that. And
I
I'm
think,
like,
Daz looks over at you and Yuki looks over at you, and they're both like they both look at each other.
What do you mean?
Daz, like,
What do you mean?
cuts.
Smells weird.
like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like familiar, but not.
It
It's there, but off.
it smells like. I don't know, like some type of like animal, maybe.
Mm,
Like it's got like it's a very organic smell, but it
Yeah.
smells out of place on the ship. And then I think Azelka. That's when Azelka turns around the corner and sees your brother, like reclining back with his feet up, and he has like a mandolin. And again, it's like seeing your dad from a memory just playing, and sitting next to him is a like sandy blonde haired human woman, and she's wearing yeah, exactly, and she's wearing like an Aetherkin dress, but she's clearly human. And you definitely recognize Ellen Dandar sitting next to your brother, Kutsa.
I'm assuming that's the E here.
Yeah, it's the E.
So what's that other E?
Yeah, that's what I'm about. Where's the?
Oh, fuck.
If
Right.
we're walking into the.
Oh, I gotta change this token. Shit.
There are two people whose name starts with E.
They
Yeah,
cloned her.
There are.
They cloned her, but something went terribly wrong.
Do you have like a different color E, or maybe you can
Wait a minute.
if you right click and roll 20, you can on a token you can add like a little symbol to it to differentiate.
There you go.
That works.
It's the greenie. So the greenie is green
greenie.
because it smells weird.
Greenie.
This actually works really well because
Sure.
it's definitely a cloaked figure.
Okay.
So if we're walking into this room, I want to look over and see what the fuck is that weird smell in the corner.
Yeah, can you guys move your tokens where you are?
Sure.
It's really good to see you. I brought some friends. I have some bad news.
He like looks up at you and like tilts his head with his like big owl eyes, and then he like stops playing. I didn't think I'd see you in the sky again. Welcome home.
I think I'd come back, but I need to. I need to talk to you. I heard some rumors about you. I'm calling you King Kuta now.
He nods and he like gestures to like he gestures, and this is maybe the first time you notice it. There's like a little like metal band along his head, and in it it's got, and you all, the minute you notice this, you're like, oh shit, because they're really expensive. It's got like gemstones inlaid into it.
Oh.
And he nods. We're trying to unite the sky.
Who's word, dreamer? I've heard you've made a lot of progress.
He looks over at Alan, like smiles, looks back. Some. We have about a quarter of the nomad ships. All. Yeah. This is treason and sacrilegious, Sajay.
Well, I was about to say, whether this is good or bad, Zajay is definitely taking notes. Because we're on assignment. Like, it's again that thing where, like, it's like...
too much in the moment of...
I think you just feel Daz's, like, black feathery hand on your shoulder. He just,
like,
gives you a gentle squeeze, just like, hey, knock it off. He's not being aggressive at all. He's just like, hey, stop that.
If he doesn't say anything, Zajay just looks up and like nods, but doesn't do anything.
It's like, yes, I am getting this.
I think that's when Yuki reaches over and just like grabs the tip of the pin. It's just like, maybe not right now, Zajay.
But we're on assignment.
Then I think he like lets go of the pin and he just steps forward. He's like, excuse me, and he like bows. And Kuta laughs at him a little bit because you don't bow to an Aetherkin. And maybe Azalka's like, oh, I get that.
I'm really concerned about what's in the corner, guys.
You look over into the corner and you see, we like see you guys having this conversation, and Kuta is like talking, just having a polite conversation with Azelka. You look over and you see, facing the windows in like this observation port, a huge figure, like maybe 9 feet tall, like head to toe in purple cloth, just looking out
like,
into the sky.
Like, is 9 feet a normal height for any of the races? Like, maybe
9 tall is like the tallest Rainuan imaginable, but this woman does not have forearms. This person does not have forearms.
Cloth covering so we can't see like anything about them. Just that they are tall people.
They're very tall. However, they do appear to be wearing some type of headdress.
Okay.
There are like bits of bone that protrude out.
Oh, good.
And
Good.
there are like chains that are hanging down from these bones.
Great.
That are, like, made of like gold.
Bones and chains are always a good sign.
I don't
But
like them. They smell funky.
The audience would recognize these as like something that is supposed to look akin to antlers. And maybe Zajay like looks at it for a second and is like, that looks vaguely familiar.
Oh, fuck.
Can you roll?
Fuck.
Can you roll your logic for me?
Fuck.
I don't like them at all. They don't smell right. 16.
They look kind of like all the depictions of like a grounder priest that you've seen.
Great. Super. Awesome. Wow.
Nope, never mind.
Grounder priest is.
Although admittedly shorter than you were expecting. And I think when Yuki looks over and like his eyes go wide, and then he just grabs the pin and he just like slips it into it.
Yeah,
And he's
Azilka,
like-
still not seen it, is definitely ignoring what antics are going on behind her. And
His.
she's
Sorry.
and like this is all happening in the background while that first part of the conversation was happening.
Yeah.
And so she likes like the part where he's like, yeah, some, and then she's like,
Mom and Dad would have been proud.
I'm sure Dad is. And I wish I could tell Mom, but I'm not sure she'd even remember me anymore.
She's gone. She's gone.
What do you mean she's gone? I know she was sick. Did she just pass, or?
She was murdered. No.
He's like, eyes get big, and he kind of lets out
Bailey's
like,
ears twitching.
like, and then I think you see the like robed figure like shift a little bit.
By the way, I'm staring fucking daggers at this hooded figure.
It's not looking at you. They're not looking at you. They're
I'm
looking out the
watching.
window.
I'm watching him. I don't like him.
Uh.
He doesn't smell right. If I was an actual bloodhound, I'd be growling.
But you hear, and yeah, and he looks over at the hooded figure, and then looks over at Elon, and he's like looks confused, and he's like, how, what happened?
Worry, it was my fault.
What do you mean it was your fault?
It's probably.
Zelka, what happened? And he stands up and like crosses to you and like puts like a hand on your like arm. It's like, Zelka, what happened?
I've been working for the Okurando Police Department, and I had a number of brushes with criminal element. And
his face slowly gets more and more grim as you keep speaking.
I think it was someone actively retaliation against me and what I do to clean up the city.
He like looks over, and Ellen is like looking at him like, oh god, what's going on? Like she looks overwhelmed. She's like, oh god, people showed up and they're definitely cops, and she's like freaking out. And then the robed figure is just like standing there ominously.
Good. I want to be more ominous than him.
Out creep the creeper.
Yeah.
Nayli is like looking down, and with her like hands like just like
Did she?
behind her back.
Was it violent? Was it peaceful? What happened? What happened? How long ago was this?
Come back with me to the city. We've been in the sky 11 days looking for you.
He looks over at Elon. It's like, that might be complicated for us. My wife has a complicated relationship with the city.
I see that it's going to make it difficult. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Searching for her is part of the reason why we're here. See, she's safe. She seemed happy. Perhaps if you spoke with her father about this.
Lyle, you hear the like hooded figure like let out a loud, heavy breath, and Kuta looks over at them for a second, and then just like shakes his head really hard.
What's his expression like when he looks at the hooded figure?
Worried.
I think that's the first time Izilka looks in that direction.
Yeah,
like,
9 foot tall person with antlers,
Also,
covered in purple robes.
Also, there's 2 people between me and the hooded figure. What are they
Yeah.
looking like?
They're both Aetherican guards.
So either they're guarding the hooded figure, or they're guarding Kuta from the hooded figure.
It's pretty with an 18 on your perception. It's pretty clear that it's a bit of both. It's a bit of both.
All right, I'll speak up. I point at the hooded figure and I ask, "Who's that guy?"
What do I know about grounder priests?
Would you like to roll logic and see?
Yes, I would.
Guarantee you, Lyle knows jack shit about grounder priests.
Yeah, anyone who wants to roll logic can to learn more.
Is there any reason Bailey would know about logic or not? Well,
Are you religious?
no.
Roll logic with disadvantage. Because this would be like not knowing what traditional depictions of demons are like.
Okay.
So what you're saying is this guy's a traditional depiction of a demon?
No. It's
Okay.
it's like vaguely reminiscent.
Yeah.
It's not anything close. It's not
don't
nearly
worry,
as.
guys. The hooded figure is only vaguely reminiscent
Wow.
of a demon.
Wow.
I know jack shit.
You had
You swear to God, your mother Azuma has an outfit just like that.
Okay.
I don't know what they're wearing, but they look great wearing it.
I got a 10.
I mean, a 10 is enough to be like, this is weird. That's not how people dress. Like, I think maybe purple's kind of like a weird color a little bit. Like wearing a little bit of purple is fine, but wearing all purple might be a little bit scandalous, if that makes sense. And I think so Zajay asks, so Lyle asks who that is. And I think Kuta like looks at you and just says, "Don't worry about her. She's fine."
I look at Kuta and I ask, "Why are you afraid of her?"
I'm not. I'm worried for her. And then the figure like slowly turns around and you can see that they're wearing like a mask
Mm-hmm.
to like hide their face.
Oh, because the hood.
Oh yeah, and this is definitely like straight out of all the depictions that you've seen. Like you've seen statues of these. And she like looks at you, and she like looks down at Zajay specifically for a second, and like kneels down and like not ominous, like it's maybe like feels ominous, but it's not a threatening gesture. It's almost like an adult like getting down to a kid's level,
It's like
like at eye level with something.
I just imagine in the mind of the hooded figure, they're just like, "Oh shit, what the fuck? They got snake people here?"
Yeah, basically.
But it's
yeah,
even weirder
and
because
then-
I'm like super shorter than this person.
Yeah,
I'm
she's,
three,
like,
like
down-
3 feet
She's
tall.
like down as low as she can go, and like eye level with you, and inside of you can see like behind the mask, you can see like big brown eyes looking out at you, and they like blink a few times, and you
Hello?
like get a weird impression like in the back of your mind, like it doesn't feel like aether magic is affecting you, but you're like,
Don't like it. Don't like it.
it's like it's like the feeling you get when someone says like a stranger says hello to you and you weren't expecting it.
Yeah. So they're like in my face staring at me.
They're not in your face, they're like across the room, they're just at eye level with you now and
Oh.
looking specifically at you.
Okay. So one of my hands just comes up like, hello, I'm Sajay.
They're 35 feet away from you.
Yeah, so it's a little weird, but I'm just like, oh, they're staring at me, so I was gonna say hi.
Yeah, they start to cross the room slowly, and they get to about here, and then they like kneel down and wave.
Are they just allowed to go past the guards?
Yeah, the guards like let them through.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
Well, they seem nice.
Her name is Eid.
Hi, Eid.
How did you know? How do you know that?
She told me. And like Yuki is looking up at her like, oh god.
Hey, she seems nice. So, she is now on the list of Zajay's friends.
She and this is Kuda speaking. She doesn't speak city tongue.
Oh.
She speaks some Aetherkin and usually talks to me with magic.
I hate this. I hate this entire situation. This entire boat is a fucking time bomb just waiting to go off.
All right.
How is Zelka feeling?
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed? Like, is that obvious?
I think so. I think it's pretty obvious. I think that like this whole like weird like meeting between the super tall robed antlered masked figured and Sajay is going on in the background, and she's just kind of staring at it wide-eyed, just blank. Like,
yeah, she looks over. She looks over at you and like cocks her head, and then like stands like right in front of you, but is like kneeling down, so she's like at eye level with you. What do you do?
She shrinks back a little bit, but she's not like running away or being confrontational. She's just like basically like all of the emotions that she's been like stamped down for the last 11 days are finally catching up with her. Like the words "Brother Kuda, our mother is dead" was the dam, and that has burst, and so
you can see through the mask, and like her eyes look sad, like she can tell that you're in pain, and she like reaches her finger up, and she's got on like beautiful like silky gloves, and then from her fingertips like a flower grows, and she just like, and you've never seen this flower before, and she like holds it out to you, and then like her head like kind of tilts like she's smiling.
Yeah, and I think Azilka's head kind of tilts the other way as she like looks at this flower and is like not sure what to do with it.
In like very, very bad Aetherkin. the you can hear through the mask. You can take it. Do you still speak any Aetherkin, or is it like you have to parse that?
Yeah, like there's a 30-second pause while she mentally translates that in her head, first from bad Aetherkin into Aetherkin, and then from Aetherkin into City Tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another pause while she thinks about if she wants to take it before she finally reaches out and takes it and like bobs her head. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like a really pretty white flower, and it smells amazing. For the botanists in the stream and in chat, it's a gardenia. And so it smells really pretty. Zajay, what are you doing right now?
I slither over to Kuta, and I kind of like, since you can talk to her better than we can, could you tell her it's very nice to meet her?
Yeah, and he repeats what you say in Aetherkin, and she looks over at you and like nods a couple times.
And when is
She's like very childlike in a way that doesn't really make sense in the way that
I got you.
Don't fully understand a language like kind of are.
See, this is the problem, because he very well could have just like turned to her and said like, yeah, these guys said you suck, beat them up.
No, like, I mean, Azelka can tell that's exactly what he said, or at least it takes her a while.
Yeah, and when she said thank you to her, it was definitely in Aetherkin, but like it was Azilka didn't realize it was an Aetherkin.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
And in your mind, you just get a feeling of gratitude and like someone's like comforting you.
I don't like it. I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't like it.
Yeah, Azilka like finds a way to like fasten the flower to her. Like maybe she sticks it in her feathers on her head.
Mm-hmm. The figure like looks at it and claps.
I can imagine it's just like a really hooded figure just going.
And she and she's got like a mask on, and she like looks over at Lyle, who still looks on edge.
I don't like it. It's like a monster out of a Ghibli film.
She takes a step backwards away from you, so she's standing next to Kuta.
Yeah.
And she like reaches over and like pats him on the shoulder, and then goes back to where she was standing, and like goes back to looking out the window.
She definitely just said like, kill this guy.
Nobody interacts with me.
You can hear her talking to you. She's probably been talking to you this whole time, in like your mind, because you two can kind of speak the same language.
Oh.
And she's just like,
Oh.
hello.
Hello.
All the angels are really strange. You're an angel, right?
Not quite.
That's what Kuta keeps telling me, that he's not an angel. But you seem like an angel.
Like an angel.
Yeah, like an angel.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You know what an angel is, right? With like...
Do you know what an angel is?
Yeah, do I know an angel is? I got a nat 1 on that roll.
No, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Like, there's no like angel equivalent in this religion. It's a different word, but it roughly like the English-speaking audience would hear it as angel.
Okay. I like. Well, I can't shake my head because we're talking. I just go. No, I don't know what an angel is.
Oh. I don't know if that makes it more likely that you are an angel or aren't an angel. Either way, it's very interesting. My name's Eid. And we can talk. That's weird. Cool, but weird. Um,
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Naily is still like looking down with her hands behind her back, but her head kind of tilts a little.
mhm. You seem nervous. Did something happen?
At least you're safe inside your mind.
Definitely flare at that moment. Like,
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make the angel angry. I'm sorry. I'll go back to my corner now. And that's when she walks over to the corner.
and
That's-
Naily's like, no, you're fine. I don't. Okay. Nice to yeah, she's saying as she like walks back over to the corner.
Nice to meet you too. My name's Eid. What's your name?
Naily.
Hi, Naily. And then she like stops talking to you. Is that a good place to go to break after the music transitions from after the music
As Drummer Boy said
Dark
from
Souls?
from Dark Souls to Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Super
That's
scary.
what they want you to think, and then it turns out to be a Bloodborne book.
Didn't I remember? I'll remind the cast and chat. The Aetherkin have a very different interpretation of the Grounders.
Yeah.
The Aetherkin kind of see them like the Fae
Mm-hmm.
from Eilish mythology, where they're dangerous and kind of whimsical, but they're not inherently evil. Whereas people from the city see them much more as like Christian demons.
Most of us.
Fair enough.
Look, I don't know much about demons and shit, but a 9-foot-tall hooded figure in a mask with antlers ain't anything I want to.
She's just misunderstood. We bonded, okay?
I'll misunderstand her.
I can't tell you why we bonded, but we bonded.
We can talk apparently.
I guess your aether magic works with their ground magic.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna go for our second break. Go do your thing, and then join us in a few minutes for the rest of our talk with these lovely people. See you in a bit. Enjoy some music.
See you in a bit.